If you want to learn how to liquify in Photoshop the right way, this video will walk you through the entire process step by step. And before we jump in, if this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss more Photoshop tips and editing tutorials, just like this one. The first thing you want to do is protect your work by converting your layer into a smart filter or smart object. This is a really important pro step, because if you use Liquify on a normal pixel layer, the changes are permanent and much harder to adjust later. So, in the Layers panel, click the image layer you want to edit. Then go up to the top menu and choose Filter, then Convert for Smart Filters. If you prefer, you can also right-click the layer name and choose Convert to Smart Object. This keeps your Liquify edits non-destructive, which means you can come back and fine-tune them anytime. Once that's done, it's time to open the Liquify workspace. Go back to the top menu bar and click Filter, then Liquify. On Windows, the shortcut is Ctrl+Shift+X. On Mac, it's Command+Shift+X. When you do this, Photoshop opens a large dedicated Liquify window over your screen. This is where all the reshaping magic happens. Now let's look at the main tools on the left side of the Liquify window. The most important one is the Forward Warp tool, which you can select with W. This is the tool most people use when they say they are liquifying something in Photoshop. It lets you click and drag pixels forward smoothly, almost like pushing clay around with your finger. You can use it to tuck in edges, reshape objects, refine contours, or gently extend lines. Next is the Twirl clockwise tool, which uses the C shortcut. This tool rotates pixels around your cursor and creates a spiral or swirl effect. It's useful when you want a dramatic distortion or a stylized look. Then there's the Pucker tool, which uses S. This one pulls pixels inward toward the center of your brush and is great for shrinking areas down or tightening shapes. After that, you have the Bloat tool with the B shortcut. This does the opposite of Pucker by pushing pixels outward from the center point. It's perfect for expanding areas or creating a swollen effect. And if there are parts of the image you absolutely do not want to move, use the Freeze Mask tool, which is F. When you paint over an area with Freeze Mask, Photoshop highlights it in red and locks it in place so your brush strokes won't affect it. Once you understand the tools, the next step is to dial in your brush settings. On the right side of the Liquify window, you'll see controls for brush behavior. One of the most important settings is size. You can adjust it quickly with the left and right bracket keys, which are the square bracket keys on your keyboard. A great tip here is to make your brush slightly larger than the area you're trying to warp. That gives you smoother transitions and more natural-looking results. Another important setting is pressure. If you want subtle, controlled edits, lower the pressure to somewhere between 10 and 30. That way, the pixels move in smaller steps instead of jumping around too aggressively. This is especially useful if you want your changes to look clean and realistic instead of overdone. Now you're ready to actually start warping your image. Use small movements and build your edits gradually. Don't try to do too much in one drag, because subtle changes usually look better and are easier to control. If you need to protect a section while working nearby, freeze it first with the Freeze Mask tool. That way, you can shape the surrounding areas without accidentally affecting the wrong part of the image. When you're happy with the way everything looks, go down to the bottom right corner and click OK to commit the changes. Because you converted the layer first, your Liquify effect is now attached in a safe, editable way. And if you ever want to change it later, just look in the Layers panel, find the Liquify entry nested under your smart object, and double-click it. Photoshop will reopen the Liquify mesh exactly where you left off, so you can keep refining your edit without starting over. And that's how to liquify in Photoshop like a pro. If this tutorial helped you, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want more Photoshop editing guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.